Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yoon Jung-min. The border between Gaza and Egypt has opened for a second day to allow the injured and those with foreign passports to evacuate, including 5 Korean nationals. Hundreds left on the first day and thousands more are expected to leave in the coming weeks. In the meantime, Israel continues its airstrikes in northern Gaza, where there's a refugee camp. Hye-ryeon starts us off.
Thousands more are expected to leave the besieged Gaza Strip over the coming weeks following the reopening of the Rafah crossing. Dozens of injured Palestinians crossed the border into Egypt on the first day of its opening on Wednesday, and over 320 foreign passport holders from the likes of Australia, Japan, the United Kingdom and the United States were also evacuated. On the list of 500 foreign passport holders to cross the border on Thursday, there are 5 South Korean nationals. Patients who are unable to receive the necessary surgical treatment in Gaza are being treated in hospitals across Egypt. Officials expect some 7,500 more foreign passport holders to leave Gaza over the next 2 weeks, and those that have already crossed over are due to catch flights back to their home countries from Cairo. It's the first time that non-hostages were allowed out of Gaza since the war broke out 3 weeks ago, and ambulances and representatives from foreign embassies stood by the crossing to assist their nationals. The head of Gaza's media office was reported to have urged Egyptian authorities to keep the crossing open to allow for all humanitarian needs and life supplies, as well as fuel for hospitals and emergency services. This comes as the Hamas-run government in Gaza said at least 195 Palestinians were killed and 777 people were wounded in the strikes. The same strikes that Israel said had killed Hamas commanders in Gaza's biggest refugee camp in Jabalia on Wednesday. The combined Israeli and Palestinian death toll has now surpassed 10,000, with children making up a third. Global leaders and high-ranking government officials are stepping in to minimize civilian casualties, including U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who's due to visit Israel on Friday to meet with Israel's Prime Minister. The head of the United Nations Palestinian Refugee Agency was reported to have crossed into Gaza to meet with staff and described the current situation as unprecedented with unsanitary living conditions. Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.